Hello everyone. I wanted to first thank you for clicking on my website. It is a very important topic for me to bring awareness to the need for more bilingual speech therapists in this field. To begin with, I wanted to share a little bit more about myself. My name is Paula Gynes. Nice to meet you. I am Puerto Rican. I was born and raised in Puerto Rico, and then at around maybe 10 years old, I was brought over to Florida, and I've been studying here ever since. After moving here from Puerto Rico, it was a very hard transition for me as I only did know Spanish. And one of the things that I think inspired me to become a bilingual speech therapist is the bilingual speech therapist that was there for me. In elementary school, there was a program called ESOL for students who were getting English as a second language, and that program really did help me so much in making the transition easier for me. But on top of that, I did have a bit of a speech impediment. So I also had my speech therapist that helped me a lot with developing me, my speaking. And I remember her name, Miss Vila. She helped my family out in so many ways beyond being just my speech therapist. She found resources for me, for my family, everything. She was amazing. So that really truly inspired me to become a speech therapist, which is what I'm doing now. Getting into more of the bilingual speech pathologist, it's very important for there to be more diversity in this field. I remember having a speech therapist prior to Ms. Vila, and it unfortunately did not work out very well because I did experience some linguistic bias with her. She wasn't too happy that I guess I was bilingual and I couldn't understand her and she couldn't understand me, so she just kind of brushed me off to the side and Ms. Vila picked me up as a case. Things like this is something that it can be completely avoided, and it would have made a lot more of an impact if I didn't experience that kind of bias, if that makes sense. In the field, there being so little diversity, this is a very common occurrence. This is why the importance for more different kinds of speech therapists, not only in the Latin community, but in all sorts of communities. I know someone who is going into the speech language community, but she's Chinese, so she's trying to do it for the Chinese community, which is amazing, which it helps in all kinds of ways, as the majority of speech language pathologists are white women. And not that there's nothing wrong with that, but there's only one type. There's many different people, there are many types of people, and there needs to be more than one type. As I get into more of what I want to focus on, I understand that being a bilingual speech therapist takes a little bit more than just being a speech therapist, if that makes sense. When you're a bilingual speech therapist for a family, you form a relationship with that family. They come to you with trust because you're one of the only people that can speak Spanish to them in an English speaking world around them. So they come to you and entrust you with information that goes beyond the speech language field. This is why it's important to know more about every single background, not only for me to understand Puerto Rican background, but for me to understand Mexican background, Ecuadorian background, Dominican background, Spaniard background, all sorts of backgrounds, so that I understand how to better help them as well, because it's hard not to get emotionally attached a little bit, just because you want to help them. You're one of the only people that can't help them and are willing to help them, and you're one of the only people that they will entrust to help them. So it's important to know about each background, as you want to make sure that that child is understanding that it's not only just about getting better at speech, but understand that your culture is important as well in your speech, if that makes sense. But I hope you guys enjoyed my little summary of what speech therapy means to me, my little background on it. I hope you find all of the resources and blogs and articles that I have posted. I hope you find them helpful to you, and please reach out to me if I can answer any more further questions that you may have about this. Thank you so much.